Looks like I'm flipping them off for a second, but I'm not. I'm doing finger guns. Pew pew. Oh.
Now for our feature presentation.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of... Still too loud?
No, it's fine.
Well, I mean, I have to do it again anyway. Cause
I mean, you fucked yourself over on that one.
Well, I felt like I was coming in too hot. Hello and welcome back to another episode of...
3-take trace.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of How About This Movie. As you can see, still wearing a hat. My hair still sucks. Tyson, still wearing a Deadpool sweater. Carly, still wearing some Christmassy leggings. It's almost like we're recording right after we just finished recording. I know, wild. Today we are reviewing the 2000 classic The Grinch, or How the Grinch Stole Christmas if you want to be
Dr.
correct.
Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Our special shout out today goes to Carly. Not this Carly. We have a friend of ours.
And our old roommate. This used to be her room.
Yeah.
This was her bedroom.
With the exact same name as Carly in like spelling and everything. So it's...
That's how we met, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our shout out. Sorry, I got sidetracked. If you want a chance to win the shout out, make sure you follow us on social media at jecll Studios on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We post obscure photos of the movie. First person to guess gets a shout out on the podcast. So make sure you follow us there if you want the shout out. Tyson, who was in this movie?
Oh, a little actor by the name of Jim Carrey. Don't know if you've heard of him.
Haven't.
What's he in?
He's in Liar Liar. He's in another Christmas movie, the animated Christmas Carol. He is in Cable Guy. He's in Bruce Almighty. Yeah. He's in a lot of stuff. Dumb and Dumber.
He also has 2 new shows that he's doing for Showtime. One as a producer called I'm Dying Up Here. And one as the star that I forgot what it's called. It's not very good.
It looks terrible. We haven't watched it.
It's like he's like a child show host kind of guy, like a Mr. Rogers kind of character.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible. I hate it. It's not good. Try again, Jim.
He's gone a little artsy-fartsy in his later years.
Anyone else of note in the movie?
Taylor Momsen, Jeffrey Tambor, Christina Baranski, Bill Irwin, and Molly Shannon.
Interesting.
Very.
Who directed this movie?
That would be Ron Howard.
So, it's a Ron Howard film. That means that his, and I don't mean to be rude, but the best way to describe him, his weird-looking brother. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but he has a very distinctive look.
Mm-hmm.
You could pick him out of a lineup, always.
Yeah, you're like, oh, normal person. Ron Howard!
It's brother.
His brother, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen Ron Howard's brother.
Do you know the mayor's assistant?
Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's in, like, every Ron Howard movie. A little bit weird looking.
I gotta look up if Ron Howard directed Tango and Cash because he's in that as well. Hold on, give me a second. Going off on a slight tangent here. Hold on.
Yeah.
But it's related.
The majority of his work is Ron Howard movies.
So the trick to getting into movies is just being related to a director.
Yeah, because it's like James Gunn's brother. He got the part in Guardians, at least partially because he's related to James Gunn. For the younger folks out there, hopefully none of you are watching this.
Well, the new Grinch just came out, so they'd probably be familiar with it a little bit.
That's a good point. But I still don't know that they would know it's based off a book, which is where I was going with that statement.
Okay, I apologize for...
No, you're fine. Because, I mean, you're right. It did just come out.
Yeah.
But I don't... Unless the opening is like that, like, book opening thing that people in the movie business do sometimes. Mm-hmm. The Grinch is a book by Dr. Seuss. A beloved children's book author. And this movie's based on that.
One of his most successful book to movie interpretations.
I would say that or the Lorax. Because Horton Hears a Who... I don't really remember.
Well, that's not the movie's fault.
And Cat in the Hat was awful.
Oh, so bad.
Cat in the Hat was widely panned.
This is more based off of the cartoon than the movie or book. It's more based off the cartoon than its own story. Now, it's more based off of the cartoon than the book because in the movie, the Grinch hates Christmas because of what happened to him around Christmas in his childhood. Everyone picked on the Grinch because he looked different, and he had a traumatic experience as a child around Christmas. Now, as we know, Dr. Seuss likes to kind of embed like a morality, like
Morals of the story.
there's a deeper meaning than what you read in the Dr. Seuss books. Something that he's very popular for doing. The Grinch book is a lot more about the gluttony and the consumerism and like the obnoxiousness of Christmas. That's why the Grinch doesn't like Christmas. I've actually never read the Grinch book. I would assume that it ends basically the same way as the movie.
Yeah, it's very similar to the cartoon. I want to say the original cartoon.
Where he does end up seeing that it's not just about the consumerism.
Yeah.
But that's why the Grinch hated Christmas so much in the book. And they obviously had to develop more of a story to make it into a movie, especially a movie for children.
A feature-length film, too,
Yeah.
because otherwise...
A feature-length film for children has to have more of a story, and you can't shit on Christmas to children.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work. But basically, I feel like I said everything in the plot explaining that. Did I miss anything?
Well, they do touch on the consumerism in this movie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But
But it's more veiled.
It's more from the perspective of Cindy Lou Who,
Yeah.
who's like, is Christmas just about the presents? Isn't it supposed to be more? Like, what is Christmas about?
Yeah.
They're like, no, it's the presents. It's the presents. It's the presents. And she's like, I don't know. Is it though?
They gave Cindy Lou Who a more centered role in this one than they did in the cartoon version.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Yeah. It was definitely How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but it was 2 stars. Cindy Lou Who and the Grinch. The movie wouldn't have worked without either one.
And she has that
And the role they
iconic
played.
song that they gave her, just going through this crisis about what is Christmas. It was a Christmas crisis.
Mm-hmm.
A Christmas.
Christmas crisis.
A crisis.
Any plot holes or banter you guys have for this part?
I want to know why. I understand Cindy Lou Who was going through a Christmas crisis, not knowing like why it's so widely celebrated, and she was very confused on why she was saved by the Grinch. But I still don't understand why she was so obsessed with the Grinch and how that connected with her not knowing what Christmas was about. Because she was like, oh, I don't know what Christmas is about. I'm going to obsess over this man that hates Christmas to figure it out. I don't feel like that connects. You know what I mean?
So, one, I would say that she always felt that Christmas was what, like the celebration of like giving and everyone being together. Because she's not saying I don't understand Christmas. She's saying, did Christmas change? What happened to the Christmas that I used to know? So it's not so much a confusion on what is Christmas, it's what happened to Christmas. And I think that the one person other than her that's not caught up in the feed me mentality of Christmas is the Grinch. And everyone says the Grinch is bad, but the Grinch saved her, even though he's the one that put her in danger. So there is kind of like, we're thinking on the same wavelength. He's not as bad as everyone says he is. I need to know more. And she finds out more, and she just wants him to be happier on Christmas again. She wants to celebrate Christmas the right way, not just through buying and receiving gifts, but through being together. That's how I viewed it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or did I ramble?
No, it makes sense, but I just don't feel like her obsession with him would be healthy and or justified from a child's point of view.
Well, I mean, her whole vision is skewed if you're looking at if she's supposed to be like from a child's point of view, because children don't go, oh, Christmas, don't buy me presents, let's spend time. No, they want fucking presents. So yeah, she's touched in the head from the beginning.
It's just like, oh, my brother was just like mauled up on Mount Who or whatever the fuck it's called. Mount Crumpet.
Got you.
So I'm gonna go visit that guy by myself.
Yeah, but she doesn't visit that guy by herself until she experiences the Grinch firsthand and realizes that he's not as bad as everyone says he is. Because she's just as afraid of the Grinch before that.
But her brother still got attacked.
Yeah.
Still feel like there would be lots of red flags.
Yeah.
Although I do relate to the Grinch. Quite a bit.
Why is that?
I also want to live on a mountain by myself. With nobody. But a
Your
dog.
Well, that is bad news for me.
I relate to the Grinch because I argue with myself and my echo all the time.
You're an idiot! Yeah. I don't relate to the Grinch because I'm a happy person. That's not true.
Kill him.
I have depression. Where are you? I can't think of an antidepressant medication off the top of my head. Prozac.
Where are you, Zola?
There you go. Tell them how much of this movie made.
This movie had a budget of 100. Oh, okay, let me talk normally.
Tyson, how much did this movie make?
This movie made it was on a budget of 123 million about, but it grossed 260 million.
Wow.
Yeah, made quite a lot of money.
Huh.
Opening weekend was 55 million.
Okay, so it made quite a bit opening weekend. Yeah. But
well, this movie had a shit ton of effects, so that probably ballooned the budget quite a bit.
Yeah, so a couple of premature fun facts. Premature fun affaculation.
Men, are you suffering from premature fun facts?
The makeup, obviously one of the highest makeup budgets in film history because every single character had to be made up that way. Mm-hmm. Also, the studio hired sweater creators to make sweaters for everyone. They made I didn't write down the full number, but it was 83.3 sweaters per person in the movie.
Why?
That's a lot of fucking sweaters.
Yeah. So I mean that's like $1 million right there. Like sweater budget.
Why?
That's my dream sweater budget. I want 83.3 sweaters. So, for The Grinch, it was the #1 highest grossing domestic film of the year, which is the only Christmas movie that can, on our list so far, that can say that. It had the second best opening weekend of any movie that year. It was the #1 PG movie, obviously. Mm-hmm. It was the #6 movie worldwide. And it's the second highest grossing Christmas movie of all time.
Oh snap, we're getting there.
Yep.
We might watch the first highest grossing Christmas movie of all time.
We might.
It might happen.
So we have the 2nd, the 5th, and the 6th.
And the 29th.
And the 29th. So there's still quite a few left.
They didn't have Die Hard on the list.
Because they're fascists who don't consider Die Hard a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the fun facts I wrote down actually told me what the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time is, at least as of 2000. So it might be different now, but I'm pretty sure it's still the same. But I didn't put it in here because I don't want to spoil what #1 is.
All right. I guess we'll have to just tune in and see.
Mm-hmm. You guys will have to tune in and see.
Tuna C.
Tuna C.
Carly, what's your favorite scene in this movie?
Ooh, my favorite scene in this movie is when he is deciding whether or not to go to the Christmas jubilation.
Oh, yeah.
and he's just going back and forth with himself. Steals an outfit from a yodeler. It's one that I have good memories with from my childhood, because my little sister, who was born in 2001, loved this movie, and that scene always cracked her up. So whenever you would like reenact that scene, it would just get her to laugh almost instantly. And so it's got good vibes.
What about you? What was your name again?
George McBillington.
George McBillington. What was your favorite scene in this movie?
Well, my favorite scene is when the Grinch shot and killed every single Who down in Whoville.
Nope, that didn't happen.
Oh, okay. Oh. Probably when Grinch was in the Grinch cave.
His fortress of solitude.
Grab the Grinch ranks.
He's in the Grinch cave when we first see him, and when he's arguing with himself.
That's a classic scene.
Hilarious.
Arguing with his own fucking echo, and then he does the like it's a funny scene, but I mean, because I'm a child, I'm an idiot. You are an idiot. Yeah, it kills me. So I'm a fat guy, so my favorite scene's gotta be when he is the cheermeister and they're just like feeding him fucking pudding and fudge. I mean, I hate jell, but like I would judge a jell contest if it meant I also got to judge a pudding and fudge contest. Not both, like all three contests. I don't want to be shorted on the food I'm gonna eat.
I think you lose your Utah citizenship if you hate Jell-O.
Yeah, so I mean, they're coming for me now because I don't like Jell-O. I just don't like ground up bone and tendon.
I think he claims to be an Organite anyway.
I do refer to Oregon as home. Way to go! You're telling them so much about me. They know that I have they know of 3 careers I don't have, and now they know that I've lived in Utah and claim to be an Oregonian. By the way, is how you would say it.
Organite.
Argonaut.
It's like the Gorgonauts.
Tyson,
Yo,
what would you score this movie? And would you recommend it?
I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10, and I would recommend it.
This guy. We're so opposite.
I like how you fucking did that. Yeah. It was a fun movie.
Such a fun movie. Carly.
I was thinking the opposite of Tyson, because I was going to go up from Krampus and go to 8 out of 10.
You crazy motherfucker!
It's more of a wholesome Christmas movie with adult elements. Like, there are those, little inside jokes with the,
I had something else I was going to say at the favorite scenes part. Fuck. Sorry, continue.
where, oh, the baby's here! He looks like your boss. Just a little, adult humor in with, the wholesome, family-friendly feel. I feel like it's just very well done and a classic, honestly.
Did you know that Jim Carrey was actually mad about the adult humors? Some of the more adult jokes in the movie.
Really?
Yeah, he felt like he wanted it to be a kid's movie through and through. And with the adult humor, it didn't live up to that.
Wasn't that a staple of kids' movies? They put in adult humor so the adults watching with their children aren't just sitting there bored out of their fucking minds.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not in there, outright, no one's going to get that joke.
Mm.
Nope.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nobody's going to understand that the Grinch landed in a tree outside a swinger party.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting to. Yeah.
At least no children.
When they start passing out, no one that watches it now would really get it, because that was a 70s thing, and that people don't make references to key parties anymore. Key parties were swinger parties.
Tinder and shit
Yeah.
like that nowadays.
Yeah.
But when they show that bowl full of keys, I'd snicker every time. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why he's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Adult.
Orgies.
Or that the Grinch had lesbian lover mothers.
Mm-hmm.
Who still swung.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was
So they were
their house.
bisexual
Yep.
mothers. Yeah, bisexual adoptive mothers. Who still scissor well into their 80s.
8 out of 10. Yes, I would recommend it.
Give me timber.
Where are you, fun facts?
Why can't I find you?
Because you don't look them up. I do.
True. That's right. He's very right.
I only have 2 for this one, too. Nope, I have 3 I lied.
He's the fun fact it.
There are at least 3 other Dr. Seuss books referenced in the movie. When the Grinch is cleaning out a house, he sucks up a goldfish in a bowl as a reference to Cat in the Hat. You can see a statue of Horton in downtown, which makes sense because...
Horton hears Who's.
And he saved Whoville.
But he saved Whoville that was on a speck, not the one in the snowflake.
Yeah, but you would think word would get around.
I always wondered, what's a Who apocalypse when, like, the speck or the snowflake lands?
Yeah, but in their time, it's probably just, like, so many years by the time the snowflake melts away.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we're pretty much going in slow motion outside of there.
Unless it's Horton hears Who, in which case it's the same timeline.
That's true. So very conflicting.
Conflicting reports.
Yeah. Get your shit together, Dr. Seuss, who's been dead for several years.
And at the end banquet. At the end
At the end banquet.
At the
At
Jubilation?
the end banquet. Banquet.
There you go.
At the end banquet.
There you go.
I've said so many times it doesn't sound right anymore. She hands Max. She is Cindy Lou Who. Hands Max a plate of green eggs and ham.
I didn't notice that. Okay.
This was originally supposed to be a Tim Burton movie, so thank God we dodged that bullet.
I would kind of probably be interested in watching the...
Be like the Tim Burton's Willy Wonka, but
Honestly,
Dr. Seuss.
the way that it was described, it sounds like it would have been much more true to the book. It would have been darker and...
Well, that's how the Willy Wonka movie was, too. It was more true to the book.
Yeah. But still not as good as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was the Tim Burton one. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory
sorry.
was
Sorry, I had
Gene
them backwards.
Yeah. The Willy Wonka was still better, even though it was a gross bastardization of the story. It was still so much better. It's not a debate. It's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And I will fight anyone that says otherwise.
I like dark whimsical movies like that, though.
I don't actually dislike Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's one of the few movies that Tim Burton made that doesn't make me hate my life. But it's not even close to on the same level as Willy Wonka.
Well, when you don't have... God, what is his name?
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. It's hard to live up to.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The word Grinch is said 67 times.
2 more times. They couldn't have gotten...
It could have
I
been
know,
nice.
right? It was almost nice.
That's funny.
You hear 67, you're like...
I'm really glad that you guys went off on that tangent because I almost wrote almost nice and put it in brackets and you guys went off on it. Yeah.
They could have just said the Grinch 2 more
Two
times.
more times.
Yep, just 2 more times.
So if you would do us a favor and go and post the Grinch movie, like make your own video and just add 2 more sayings of the word Grinch into the movie and then post that and then let us know. We'll watch it and we'll review your Grinch. Because, I mean, be a completely different movie if they say it 2 more times. It'll be nice. The only major character in the movie to not say the words Grinch and Christmas is Max. And Max is a dog.
Who can't talk. So that's kind of a...
Stupid
cheat.
fun fact.
Yeah, it's kind of a cheat
Yep.
there.
Next time on How About This Movie, we are going to be watching Polar Express. I don't know if there's multiple versions of the movie, but it's the Tom Hanks one. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Everything social media is at jecll Studios, JECLL Studios. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure you follow those if you want to get a chance to win the shout out. Thanks for watching. And as always, where are you, Christmas?